There are many things to take into consideration when reviewing a battle royale. When do you review it? Cause as far as you know, this is gonna last until the heat death of the universe. Or maybe there's just a season that's just so good and it starts to fall off. There's never gonna be a true end to a battle royale. But this... What the fuck? Anyways, Fortnite review.
And it's only going to get worse from here.
Fortnite. The battle royale with the most what the fuck crossover in existence. No, seriously, Mariah Carey, Skibbity Toilet, fucking Miku down the line, and all the shit before that. Anyways, yes, a game like Fortnite is a weird breed. It has many game modes, the battle pass, the item shop, and maybe a story? I don't know, seems like something is going on with each season, but at the same time, not really. It's a big undertaking to review this game. So, to make this an easy enough process, I'm going to check out every game mode that exists as of this season, and review them as best as I can. As I write the script, for all I know, a goddamn Breaking Bad collab exists or something. I am going to exclude Fall Guys from this, just so in case I need more filler shit like this, I can review it down the line. I also still see it as its own thing, so this would fuck me up if I do it now. I will also touch upon the battle pass and stuff as we go along. But without further ado, this is the one, the only, LEGO Fortnite! Why is it I try to boot up certain modes and then I have to get a trailer for the game mode I'm already playing? It feels kinda redundant to me. World name. Review. LEGO Fortnite is an open world survival sandbox. And man, Terraria does most of those genres better. So, they start you at a village sort of area, hopefully not a spider chasing you like how mine started. You do tasks to upgrade it. This can be crafting something, getting a drop from an enemy, etc. Nothing really changes rather than the buildings you made to improve upon it. It feels really uncreative despite being a sandbox, which is something I typically expect to encourage creativity, but every house looks the same, with no paint options as far as I can tell. The only color option I could do was the map maker, which I discovered there is no way to take it down, and if you break it, it only drops the materials and not the flag itself. So whoopsie me for trying to move it. Another issue stems from the enemies not making a single attempt to approach my base, which I feel should happen, so I can be encouraged to defend my creations a bit, and have more action than just sitting there doing nothing 99% of the mode. Speaking of enemies, I paused to itch real quick. Then I realized this is one of the pause doesn't mean pause games. I understand the game's still moving for other players, but I was doing a single player world, as far as I can tell. And this is not just a Fortnite thing. Other games have had this problem, and I don't fucking get why. What if I need to take a shit or something? Just shit out of luck. I eventually got bored enough that I had the amazing digital circus playing in the background, which is quite an experience.
I'm sorry, could you speak up? I couldn't quite make that out.
It's really hard to say anything else. It's just such a flat, boring, open world survival sandbox. And I don't want to hate it, but modern LEGO is stinky. So I'm not really surprised by the outcome. So I'm going to leave. I'm done. Why did it give me a Snoop Dogg emote? What the fuck is this shit? Okay, so since there are many versions of Battle Royale, let us go over each version. No, just having them build a big ass tower in front of me in seconds to snipe me is too confusing for my smooth brain. Yes, traditional. The rules of the game is easy to grasp. Oh hey look, an ice cube. Wonder what's thawing out. We'll find out later. Okay, there's still some rules, like you gotta wipe out the other Ricks and Mortys to be the last Peter Griffin standing. You can do things to even the odds, like picking up guns via dead player corpses, the chest, and many other ways. Do be careful, however, because over time the border, which has lean raining down on the other side, will shrink. And lean will kill you in this world, so do your best to obtain the Victory Royale. But yes, not much to say other than that. If you want a more traditional shoot-bang game, and to possibly get murdered by me with my skibidi back bling, then come on, my Ohio Rizzlers. No! It's like no build if you took the cars and most modern features out, and it really does make it quite more engaging to me, especially at the end of the match I did. I was sort of waiting to see if some schmuck come by the house I was at because some sniper was camping like a bitch, and I was just wanting to be stubborn enough to get him to face me like a man, and let me tell ya. I got my cheeks clapped. It was also the first time ever that I'd done this solo, so maybe the idea of not having friends made it more exciting due to the fact that, well, no one would revive me if I died. I still suggest you get a squad of lads to join you. It is a fun time to gang up on other people. But if you want to crank up some danger in your Fortnite game, maybe do this, or the regular Battle Royale solo. I was going to include rank into this, but my skills of not playing this game 24/7 says I'm probably better off staying away. But if you want a challenge, it might be it. Don't quote me on that. Anyways, you want to play Counter-Strike now? I recorded this game right before they had to disable it for maintenance, so I was real lucky to get the footage for this when I did. CSGO, I only played the Counter-Strike 2 in the tutorial level and never touched it again since then. While the first-person gameplay is quite different, I feel the bomb placer role sort of can get shit on in an instant by the other team. I would say this could use some touch-ups in the team department. But it sort of also feels like I'm not the audience for a CSGO style game since that game already lost me in an instant. So even though I could rag on this, I will not and leave y'all to... Why are we with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles now? So at some point, Fortnite saw Roblox and said, let's do that, and a bunch of custom game modes got made. This could range from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, questionable things, and a fuck ton of the shittiest horror maps I have ever seen.
Bitch, we can mantle, what you mean?
Create another path.
Set fucking explosives! Oh wait, it's happening again, hey start.
Peter, Huggy Wuggy's here.
What is the— ah!
Time for real test. Let's see if you
You're
can
acting
defeat
like you're better than—
they eliminate you.
He'll heal and we can go kill Yoda.
The game. We love to play games. Looks like we need to find the correct path across.
Isn't this Squid Game?
It is also quite an easy grind method for XP for the Battle Pass. Speaking of which, guess I should go into that part now.
Fortnite Battle Pass.
The Battle Pass is a level up sort of system of sorts. That's really redundant, what the fuck, script? The Battle Pass is a level up system of sorts while you play it. A system I have never grasped until literal ages after I streamed it drunk. Initially, my reaction was, wait, a thing I got to purchase via V-Bucks is so shit, which I can't even get? This is shit. It doesn't help that certain characters are probably never going to be obtainable again. Like, I still cry myself to sleep knowing I'll never get Solid Snake into my collection. But as it turns out, yeah, I was fucking dumb. At least now it's at a good enough state. I can get certain items from the Battle Pass without purchasing it. And it can sometimes be V-Bucks you can obtain. Now granted, the V-Bucks can be a small amount of 100 per reward. And you could use some you don't need on the item shop, which also has skins and many other things, which as far as I'm aware is exactly per se timed items. There is also another way to get the Battle Pass in about 1000 V-Bucks for at least one purchase, but I'd rather not have Epic try to nerf this method, so if you know, you know. Point above all else is, the Battle Pass is a fun thing to grind out, though I am slightly concerned on them making multiple passes for multiple modes, because now I feel eventually I'm not going to be able to keep up with the grind and I'm going to lose out on some things. And I do wish I could go back to when I was a bitch boy and complain about Fortnite's mere existence to get some of these skins again. Cause excluding the goofy ones, there are some really cool ones I wish I got while they were new. That way I didn't need to pray these appeared again. That's about all for the Battle Pass I feel like going over. So I'm just gonna go along and jam out to this next game mode.
Hold on, wait, there. This
Jungle Beat Trap Remix. Okay, confession. I suck ass at rhythm games, and after a bit, I think the reason is the fact that my left eye is the only one that can really function, and I keep trying to find where each note will appear, despite the fact I know I can't really give an opinion if I'm just ass at it. It's just really a skill issue for me, but even when failing, I think it's pretty fun.
How, Star? How, Star? This is not even hard.
I'm doing. I don't get it. Despite my score being the worst thing to ever befall festival players, I still do have fun. The chaos is enjoyable. I like this. And it'll be funnier to lose at the Miku song, so I'll probably be there whenever she drops. Speaking of drops. So yeah, in the midst of doing the Fortnite review for the fact that Skibidi Toilet Meal exists now, I forgot that the Christmas event that gives you free shit for about 18 days is kicking in now by the time of me writing this. They give us a cabin to visit, and we can select boxes to open and get random items for the month, along with Mariah Carey just sort of being there. I don't really think I needed to spend much time on this, so I'll just leave it off at this being a pretty cool idea. Okay, I sometimes complained about game modes, sometimes thought the game modes were acceptable, and even great at times. But man, this one, I hope the fellas at Epic make better, cause I see potential in rocket racing. Okay, first, I gotta go over how this works as it stands. You drive a car and try to race other players with all sorts of gimmicks as the race games do. You can jump, you can drift a bit, and try to straighten yourself out and get a boost of speed. You can build up a boost meter, which lets you perform a boost move and mash Y to make it better or something. All of these sort of struggle to make it work. Like, I jumped and suddenly, without knowing what I did wrong, I get fizzled out of existence even though it feels as if I could save myself. The turning also makes me go backwards with how slippery it can be. You know what also struggled with slippery controls as a racing game? Sonic R. When am I gonna talk about it? Probably later in some sort of storyline or whatever.
What the fuck was that?
I feel if they could tweak these a bit to give players easier control, then I feel this could be a solid mode to boot up. But as it stands, it doesn't really hold up. To give it credit, it has a tutorial level, which I do wish we had levels like this, or how Marvel Rivals does it, where I can be in a game mode and experiment with how the game works and learn it without risk of a player shooting me or whatever. Random thing I kinda want to see. Can we get a combat version of this mode? Twisted Metal ain't exactly alive at the moment, so a game mode where you could race and make each other blow up or something could be really cool. And I don't think Nintendo could complain if you had the item system, cause if Nintendo is watching this right now, well, firstly, let me have Samus hold a gun. But also, Sega has a racing game with item boxes and is pretty much like your game. So how about you shut it for this time? Okay, losers? Okay, that's about all the modes I felt like needed to be brought up. So without further ado, a score, but also a bit of a story I wish to tell. I, for the longest time, did not want to do anything related to Fortnite. One of the reasons was, well, these crossovers are fucking weird, man. I just sort of spend a majority of my life playing only single player games. Paper Mario was there for me and made me smile, but then the series included stickers and I threw up. Why do I keep a scarf on my face? Where was I going with this? Oh, yeah, right. Despite what sort of weird crossovers or intimidating amount of tryhards exist in this game or any online game, do not let it discourage you from trying it out. Especially this one. It is free basically everywhere. On your Xbox, PlayStation, PC, and Nintendo Switch if you're a masochist! This was honestly a fun time, despite failing a lot, though I did get a victory the first Battle Royale session, so I consider that a true W. This game gets a solid 4 out of 5, the foundation is really well put together, and is especially great to play with friends. Just wish most of the modes could be 100% solid, but it can still hold up. This has been my Fortnite review, which does not apply to the Star Timeline. I stress, none of this applies. You will not see Goku interact with Star, just shut up. He'll get to the Sonic games eventually, just wait. Okay, just wait. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to open gifts from the cabin, but also get ready to do some frying. So, see you around. Till then, stay perky.